from SoFi Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
That's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Fields. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got to swap. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. And we're pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams 5-yard line.
Now it's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And they'll get him down up past the 15. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He finds his man complete. It's Bishop. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Fields throwing again. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching on.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Right there, hurt.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6.
Hey, check that, street.
He's going to keep this again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Dancing to his left. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one bounces out of the bank of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Street. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 4.
Three.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Badgley able to punch this one through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Fields on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down, Bears.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Mike Batchley set to kick off.
Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the 2nd half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bishop. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, it's Fields. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Bears 45, Rams 6. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Give him 3 on first down. He'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Oh, look at the juke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturday?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was that?
They saw something on film. Did you see something on film? To try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Off play action. Fields. Out to his. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from going up by 40. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On third down, it's Pollard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 40 now on second down. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bishop.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On play action, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Fields now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game to get away from pretty good yardage with that. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Fields. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2nd and goal from the 1. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First down, Chicago.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool, 39 yards. And the Bears are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
To the air again, Fields. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And got his man complete. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Check match.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Marr now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 83, Rams 12.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the pressure gets to him again.
But as this defense works